Thank you, Zoom, for recording it. So, good morning from Australia. It's 6 a.m. on Friday, and it's day 8 business camp. And this is exciting. So, we've actually passed the halfway point. So, I want you in the chat, let me know a word to describe your first week. Now, I hope there's a bit of uncomfortability that you all felt. Challenging. I love that, Aislinn. I love that. That is a really good word to describe what business camp should be about. It should be pushing you out of your comfort zone a little bit. Yep, Jenny agrees. Absolutely. Empowering. Love that, Mel. You're just giving me the goosebumps. Oh my goodness. So much. Okay. Because week 1 it's more like you don't really know what to expect, even if you have done business camp before, right? And it's more like an orientation sort of week. You're sort of having the feelers, you're sort of looking at the levels. And by the way, let me know what level that you've got in your head to do. I might get you to just mute yourselves. Oh yeah, I can do that. What level are you sort of going towards? Okay, so we've got 3, cool. And I understand, Susan, if you're driving, you could probably put your fingers up sort of to let me know. Working towards 3, that is so good. So saying that, what are you actually generally doing realistically? Are you hitting that 3? Are you, doing the minimum? Let me know what level that realistically you're achieving most often. Yes. And do you know what? I love that you putting mostly 3, 2. Well done, Susan. That is so much growth. And by the way, you're all smashing the content. I tell you, I'm like I'm getting lost in all my timeline feed, everything. It's like flooded. So that is massive. I don't know what the world's going to, who are these people giving us this value? Mostly 2. Okay, so last week is about orientation, getting used to it. And now, as we go into the second week of business camp, we're going to go deeper, because now we're sort of understanding how the program is working, and we want to now start looking at, hang on, I'm going to do that at the same time, looking at breaking it up into 80-20. And what I mean by that is 80% follow-up and 20% content. Now, I have been going through your forms every day and seeing that you are doing the basic minimum, which is filling in that form every day at the end of your business day. Now, I have been giving a bit of leeway. I have spoken to half a dozen of you about, I didn't receive your form, because at the beginning I realised some of you didn't realise the submit, and you sort of filled it in and I didn't receive it. So there's been a bit of a leeway. But from now, and if you haven't done it in your form, you'll suddenly find yourself not in the camp, and I'm going to bless, and it's awesome. It's okay. It is not anything to make yourself feel bad. It's like, we're going to do it next month. You can enroll. The second thing is, or go on the wait list, is a minimum of 3 lives. Now, I think everyone did a minimum of 3 lives. So that is awesome. And some of you have just gone crazy and doing lives every day and twice a day and all the things. And this is, like, it's so phenomenal. I know that even after doing lives all this time, I don't know, like, it's still like, press the button. Let's go and do the live. I think it doesn't matter how experienced or how long you've been doing it. you all should be proud that you pressed that button and got on live. I love with Olga, I've been seeing her at the gym doing it. So she's really habit stacking and compounding her DMOs, and that is working and making a big difference. Okay, so I want you to tell me in the chat one thing that is standing out for you that you're particularly proud of yourself about through this business camp, whether it's an awareness, an achievement. What are you noticing? That button is scary. It's like, is it follow up, Jenny? Did you just write that there? Fupping. We all like to fup. Getting out of your comfort zone. Consistency is working. Now, she's not on here, but I just want to say someone just sent me last night that just out of the blue, 192 friend requests. Consistency paying off. She's been going live for 132 days and just suddenly, bang, 192 friend requests. She's going to be a busy girl. So, you know, let's congratulate Sarah. And it does pay off. So we've got consistency is hard to achieve. And you know, I love the honesty, but also it is the most simple thing. It's like this business is not complex. If you can be consistent every day and it just compounds, and yet consistency is one of the hardest things to keep up. It is like crazy, but not just, you know, in your business, it's like eating well, consistency, you know, going to sleep at a good time, consistency. It's just like one of those things in life that is the most simplest thing to get you results and yet the most challenge, but worth it. Procrastinating is working with new friends. Is that what you mean, Jen? I don't open my Facebook to strangers. Okay. And do you know what? This is your business, but strangers become friends and friends become family. And the more people that you've got looking on you, the more that you're going to grow, because part of this business is not getting your warm market, your friends and family to join you. It is getting your word out there and, you know, building from that. But, you know, some people that are concerned about their privacy on Facebook because they're sharing other things, there's lots of little tactics. You can create friends lists and then only show them your personal things that you don't want to show if you want to work it like that. You can put certain things to public. And also, you know, you might want to keep your Facebook as it is and just go like full belt building up Instagram, TikTok. You know, there's so many ways about it. Okay, time blocking wins. So I'm going to go through some things this morning. I want to help answer your questions, because as we move into the second week, which is like starting now, I want you to feel that you're mastering what you need to do to get the success. And how do you know that you're getting success? And that's through, maybe it's the friends requests. Maybe it's a little part of the vanity metrics that Jessie Lee talks about, that suddenly you can see that your profiles are growing. I would say spend less time on worrying about that, by the way, because, you know, the conversion, it's, you know, I don't know. I just think I've got a few conspiracy theories about that. And believe me, I put my hand up. I don't have the biggest following on any of my platforms, but they grow consistently. And I continually getting new people, having new conversations and doing all that. So if you feel like you're not growing in the followers, don't let it define you. It's like scales. Why do we let those stupid things define who we are? Okay, so the things that you will feel more successful is when you start having more conversations, you start converting customers, trial customers, and having those recruiting conversations. And that's what we want to really focus on coming into the second week. So coming into the second week, well, let me know what level are you going to try and, well, you're putting forward, like you want to work towards? Is it still going to be the same, or are you adjusting it? Thinking about the 80-20%. 20% should be your content. 80% is in your fupping, which is, those that don't know, is follow up. We like that word. It just evolved one time in training, and just, you know, those words that sound nice when you say it. I like it. Okay, yes, 3. So we're still going for that, which is really good. Now, I want you to know that after this, I'm going to send you a Google form, not straight away today, sometime, because I've just written a couple of more things I want to add to it. I want you to fill it in, and as soon as I drop it, that is going to be your extra assignment today. And then I want to give you a bit of feedback with what I've received so far. Okay, first of all, questions that you are getting in this business camp. We have a reminder that we have on, if you go into the Business Camp Facebook group, there's featured. There is a post set up for questions. So I want you to start feeling more comfortable adding questions as you get for your business. This business camp is for you to grow. If you sit back and go, that's a silly question, oh, I'm not sure, I guarantee you have the same question as someone else. And it doesn't matter what your brand is, how much time or how little time, or it's because you are here and they're there. Your question is valuable, and it might be the question that you need to unlock your doors as well as the people around you. I want you to look at this business camp from now on as a mastermind, a collaboration as a team. So I want it to be interactive more, which it already is, but we want to step it up. So what has been happening is that I have been, I suppose, validating the tasks every day. Welcome to whatever day. And I'm finding that you guys are waiting for that to drop. You have everything in Notion. You have the schedule, you know the plan. You do not have to wait. It's sort of like a bump up to encourage your interaction. But not only that, you do the things and then you get in my inboxes and you want to ask me the questions. And it's like, this business camp is set up for you to ask the questions and mastermind and collaborate together. Dean and I will be in there and help and guide you. But I want you to maybe look at, oh, I don't need to message Sam. I'm going to go into the group and we're going to work together and build together, because we are creating leaders within leaders. And when you start to see other people not only validating your question, but giving you the answers, and then you realize you know the answers, this is going to build you up. Okay, and that's what we want with this. We want you to realize how profound each and every one of you are as a business owner. This is not me sitting here going, do this, do that. This is how you do it. Can I do this, Sam? Do I ever say don't do anything? That's what I want to say. I don't, because I just validate you. So you got it all right? The other thing in the business camp is in the featured is your feedback post. Now, I believe I haven't really seen anything. So if you want me to go into your content and give you feedback, you need to post the links in the feedback. But not only my feedback, the team's. And it might just be a compliment that you're after, or an uplift, or, hey, that is really good. Or it might be an idea for someone else to duplicate. We want to start using what's in business camp so you can fine tweak and ultimately feel better about your business. Because I guarantee if you're putting it in for feedback, you have a thought in your mind that I don't know if I'm good enough doing this post. And I want to pretty much guarantee you are. But the feedback is for that. So put it in, make a note, because even myself, there's always improvements that we all want to make, right? So let's utilize it, because it's a safe space for business camp. So that's another thing. And of course, we've got the chat within the group that you can not only celebrate, but you can ask your questions. If you really want to grab my attention with a question and want the answer, just tag me in the Facebook group and the chat. But I'm monitoring it. I'm looking at your notes. I'm looking at the things. Some things I don't jump in reply because I feel that you guys can help each other out. And this is what we want from it, that we all step up and realize that we know so much, but we sit back a lot because it's like, but you all are worthy, you all are noticed, and let's do that moving forward. The second thing that I want to share with moving forward through that, looking at the Google Forms, which I'm really impressed with, by the way, the things that are coming up across the board is time management and follow-up. They're the things that we want to focus on as a team, as a group in business camp. Most of you have jobs, commitments, families, travel. There's so much going on in your lives. And I want the change of, I only have this amount of time, to understanding the time that you do have and how we can make best in the income producing activities. So what it might look like for you, it might look like that you're going for level 3 and you spend all this time producing content and you realize that you're not doing your daily DMOs and follow-up, that you might actually have to give yourself time to do level 1 and moving into level 2, and then fine-tuning your time to do more of follow-up. Now, what I'm talking about, especially those that I know there's a few of you that are working full-time, I want you to utilize your weekend, because really you can do a full-time job and you can be full-time in this business, because you can, schedule time management. We've just had beautiful training this week, and it might have been a bit into last week as well, about how people work this business full-time and do time management. Understand that if you are working or have worked ever in your life in a job, there's criteria of your job description to do to achieve your job. If you don't match that, like if you're waitering tables and you decide to go and sit on the toilet, or you go out for smoko, or you go, nah, I'm sort of really busy over here, those tables, I don't really care. Oh my gosh, and I'm speaking to my team member over there, and you're not doing fulfilling your role, you're going to get the boot. You're not going to achieve, you're not going to get the extra tips, you're not going to do all the things. I want you to have the business mindset that this is your business too. If you're sitting there doing all the content and going, well, I don't have time for anything else, and wonder why you're not getting the dollars in your bank account, things need to change. So that's where on your Google form, it is set out for you. It is DMOs to bring in the money. And that's why we're going to focus on 80% on section 2 that you've been filling in. And a lot of you are not doing anything, or you might just do a little bit. That is your priority. That is actually Rendy's daily DMOs. And coincidentally, I had to make a few tweaks. It's my DMO. I do a bit more because for me, it's a priority. That I've just learned over time. But I understood from my last business camp how important it is for me. Now, last month, Dean and I celebrated, I think it was 4,200 points of new volume ourselves, because we are doing, it's compounding. Thank you. And it's compounding. So this is where the money is, and we all want to make money. Do we all want to make money? We all want to grow our businesses. Yeah, Mel, it's so exciting. It is. Yeah, Jen, I can see. And this is what we want. So it might mean that consistency is the key. You need to touch your business every single day. It might be a post. It might be lives. But on the weekends, you can actually do bulk content. You can schedule, if you do posts with photos, you can schedule for the 7 days ahead. You can schedule, You can do your drafts for your TikToks, that it can be drafts for Reels, and have it all sitting in there. You can repurpose some drafts, like some TikToks and Reels you've done before, and set it up for the whole week. So basically, in your hour or two that you have outside of your work, you can make sure that you do a live and do your stories and your follow-up, because everything else is already planned for. So there's lots of ways around it, and there's lots of training, but it's up to you. Do we get that? Yeah, it's up to you. All right. So time management, we want to change to, I'm working on a schedule for my business. So I'm going to be closer to MVP, recruiting roundtable, and ultimately getting more money in my bank account, because you're going to get that transferable attraction marketing, but really slow if you don't do follow-up. Because some of you have just like gone, oh, someone just messaged me. Oh, this just happened. And that's still going to happen. But we want the compounding effect, so you can actually make the dollars, so you feel confident to bring in other people, because you're going, yeah, I'm making money. Because I know a lot of you are recruiting because you're going, well, my bank account from this business is still on pocket money and hobby. How am I supposed to tell people that you can make all this money when I'm not? Well, that's a mindset shift that you need to make, because you know, once you move into that follow-up, it's just going to just click, and you're all on the verge of explosion, because there's not one of you, your content is not fire, really. It is, you should be really, really proud of yourselves. Like, I'm good, because you're good, okay? So the other thing I want to talk about, so time management, things that are going to work for you is alarms, weekend schedule, and voice notes. Now, we're talking a lot about voice notes. Dean's doing a lot about voice notes. Jenny's nodding about voice notes, because when we're traveling and doing the things. But can I just say, keep your voice notes to 30 seconds and under, unless you are bringing them into the Saga link, and you might go a bit over. Don't get into the habit of telling stories and information that the person didn't hear. Make sure that, you know, that especially with new contacts, they hear your voice, but don't overdo it, all right? Because we want to build relationships and authentic, you know, be authentic. But because we're doing more voice notes, I'm going to say this lovely, please don't blast me with 3-minute voice notes, because I'm like you, we're trying to build, and it's like, I got 7 minutes and 7-minute voice note, and one was 3 minutes, and I'm like, I'm having an anxiety attack, because I'm like going, when can I hear this? Because my brain is like working, like I'm doing business camp, I'm doing all the things and speaking to the people, and 7-minute voice note is very overwhelming. So voice to text really works for me. And of course, if you need to express through voice, I'm not going to not listen to it. And I appreciate that you want to share, but we just want to make that more aware. So how are we feeling as a team? Do we feel like we're getting closer together? You know, I saw at the start, I'm getting the nods. I saw at the start, we did a few dual lives. Keep that in your repertoire. Ooh, that just flowed out. I thought I might stumble that word, repertoire. Recruiting roundtables, and what that means is, like, you can have multiple. You can have, I don't know how many, 4 on a live at once, and talk about business. This is what we want to talk about. When you do dual lives, we want to talk about your stories and the business. Okay, so I'm just reading Jenny. Last night I've been traveling all day, chose to follow up instead of doing catch up on my reels, and noticing that the follow up is making a big difference to the number of conversations, definitely. Now, Mel Humphrey said that she says you've got to work for a minimum of 100 conversations. And I know that everyone just went, because I saw that some of you are only having 4 or 5 conversations. I have had, to be transparent, about 50. I work to 100, but Mel does 300. Now, she does have a VA that helps her with that. So as you grow, you know that you don't have to sit doing 300 messages. We'll start to look at that. And I highly recommend that we will start looking into getting you guys VAs and understanding it. Once you get to rank 3, I reckon that would be a really good goal for you. And know that you'll be able to delegate the stuff that doesn't need your DNA. All right, so we're not going to get into that today. So with conversations, this is what it includes: your voice notes, your thanks for liking my stories, your gratitude, your birthday messages, your green light, all the stuff on section 2. Every single, conversation that you take out of a post, like, this is what I do. Like, someone likes on my live and said, missed you. And then I say, missed you. And then I go onto Messenger and say, thanks so much for jumping on my live. I really appreciate that sort of support. What did you like most? Is there something that really grabbed you? And I change it up depending on the person, or I just say, thank you. That's a conversation. We don't blast the product and business. We wait for them to come and say, once we invite them, saying, are you just here for support or you want more information? I don't ever keep going at people, because they block you, okay? And that's okay. Doesn't matter really, but it just shows that you pushed it too much at that time. Who was that, Mel? I saw yellow, but no hair. So we want to look at this as a mastermind. I want to answer your questions. I want you, hi, oh, it's Minnie Mel. She's so beautiful, Minnie Mel. Oh, I love it. Look at it as a mastermind. I want you to look at what you do post. Make sure it has a really good call to action. I'm also going to drop, after this, some ideas with hooks, because I see you guys doing the reels and TikToks. Hi, babe. Look at, I don't even know how he does what he does, driving to Brisbane, doing the plastering and still handing in his form, because I said to him, you got to do your bloody form, or you get kicked out, and you might not be in the house kicked out, no. But he's doing the form, he's doing it, so yay, dude. Love you. We've got to lead by example. Seriously, we got to learn things as well. But I won't go there. But we want to do hooks and work on that as well. So becoming more aware of, like, when people are scrolling through reels and TikToks, how you're going to grab their attention and get people to sit on your reels. So I'm going to drop some information to help you with that. So if you have questions, let me know. You're doing green light. Green light's so powerful. It really is, Jenny. I love green light. It's actually, and I learned something from, I think it was Mel with green light. And was it Mel or was it Kayla? That she does all the gratitude messages. She turns her phone onto airplane mode and writes all the messages, because you only want to do like 20, 25 before you can get in Facebook or Messenger jail, right? And so she does it all on airplane mode and then turns it on. And so she's not getting distracted by anything else. Does all the messages in like minutes and then puts it on airplane mode and just goes, she mustn't get in jail. I'm just like, and then she's done a lot in that time. So let me know if you do that, because I haven't done it yet, but I want to. Okay, because I'm scared that I'll go and then it's like, sorry, you did too much at once. So we'll see how that works. So we're going to do hooks. So put your questions in the comments. When you're thinking about Business Camp, anything that I've shared that might help you at the moment. That's okay, Susan, you're going off. You have to get to an appointment. Paige is your daughter. I love that name, Paige. Have we got questions? No distractions. Okay. Because I want you to feel empowered. I want you to feel like you've got this. Do you feel that you understand the concept of business camp, that it's sort of settling in, because I want you to still feel uncomfortable. I want you to really push it. And I think the uncomfortable is going to come from your follow-up. The question was, what's your questions? I'm sorry, I missed that question. The question is the question. The question to your business, to make it good. Dean, did I sound like a pommy? He's just smiling. I think he froze smile. Or maybe it's just Google eyes because he's watching me talk. You're getting more comfortable with being uncomfortable. All right. So let's round it up. Don't apologise, Mel. If you want to unmute and share a question. Why is that beeping? I shouldn't have the sound on. I apologise. If you want to unmute, please do. I appreciate you all for showing up to this call, and especially to Australia that got up early. It was really important because I want to set you up for the day and trying to coordinate times that suit all, because we've got, though it's hard for Candace because she's already gone to New Zealand. Oh my goodness, that noise is really, okay, it's stopped. All right. Does anyone want to unmute and ask a question or share anything? Or we're all okay and we'll bring it into business camp. No. So don't forget to take a picture or a video of this call. And if you are able to, guys, that I've got your camera off, to put your camera on, that would be awesome. And then I want you to share where you're, something that's going to entice people to want to know more about what you're doing. Okay, don't forget to tag Dean and I. And really understand that you're in a very powerful place. You've already compounded a lot of work in this 7 days, and this consistency is going to start shifting into seeing a lot of growth in a lot of ways for all of you. So well done. Okay, so thank you. I will put the replay in the BizCamp. Keep checking in on each other, keep doing all the things. Okay, Susan, sorry, I just saw your message. I'm still having a challenge with content ideas, but getting better. Okay. So I would love for you to throw that question into the team chat because people will help you. And it's the same, like my fallback with content ideas is my notes from training. If I am not inspired, because I believe you should be inspired, like I love how you freeze dried, showing where you live. Susan, I'm telling you, it's like Yogi Bear and what's Yellowstone Forest, and it's like the movies for us in Australia where you live. Just by you walking in the woods, it's like, are there going to be bears? There will be no lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, like, it's like, what am I going to see? Squirrel? Are there going to be like chipmunks? I don't know. Like, it's so beautiful. Just by showing a bit about what you like and what you do, you know, live. Like that cottage log thing that's made. I want to know more details about that. So, but when we're in doubt, we've got a book of notes. We see what's inspired us and we talk about it. Okay. When we learn, we share. Learn, share, learn, share. Love it. Yogi Bears. I love Yogi Bear. Oh, is that Yellowstone? But you don't live there because that's like near Utah, not Utah, Wyoming. That's US. Okay.
Oh, I want to jump in here before I go.
No, I don't stop.
It's Dean in a Portaloo right now, so just wanted to let you know. I've snuck away just for a minute, but I wanted to, give some gratitude to my wife. I want you all to send some energy to her. for doing this biz camp, for getting you guys plugged in each and every day to remind you of each day as well. We need to send her some energy for everything that she's been doing for us, because this is the first time that we are doing it in that way. But my wife really is the first time of, setting this up, getting it all ready for us. And each day she is really getting us inspired to really bring the energy, keep going with the biz camp, make sure you do the documents at the end, everything like that. So it's really amazing. I really do appreciate you, baby, for doing it. So I'm sending you some love on that. And just seeing you guys all stepping up, doing the documents at the end of the day, but seeing you guys doing lives, dual lives, stepping up in your stories, just every bit of content that you guys are doing. Of course, the FUP is something that we need to do, because I don't do much FUPing myself. So, but I don't know what it is with that FUP word, but it really does sound good. But yeah, I just wanted to validate my wife and validate you all as well for stepping up and having lots of fun doing it. And it really is amazing. So I'll keep going, but thank you again for, jumping in here, especially on these Zooms as well. So keep up the great work that you guys are doing. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, babe. Thanks a lot.
Oh, I love him. He's so, you just need someone, you just need a Dean in your life to make everything feel good. So thank you. I do appreciate those lovely words, babe. Thank you.
Yeah, there is only one me, baby. There's only one me. You guys are amazing.
Seriously,
you like the sunset? Look.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
I better get back to it, or I'll get in trouble. All right, see you.
You're so funny. Like, I just gonna end it here. Like, how I show the dancing videos and all that. He actually, he just sends it for me to entertain me. And he comes home from work, and I've made him into reels. And I put them on stories and music. That's how it happens. Like, he sends some videos that, I probably can't sort of put on social media, because children would be mortified. But that's what he does. That energy like that, doesn't it? It just like, it comes in to you, makes you feel better. And hello, I saw your boy. Oh, see, I get to see all the things. I think, well, everyone's seeing all the things. If you're watching the replay, sorry, you just saw mini melts, and you can't, because you're only going to be watching me. So thank you, everyone. Remember to put this in your story, go into the biz camp, do all the things, create a mastermind. We're a team. We're doing this together. I really want you to go, wow, after this 14 days, I gave it my all. I saw my weaknesses. I didn't validate my excuses. I rewarded my celebrations and my attitude the way I'm going into this. The sun is shining into me. Thank you. I appreciate. I see the light. I see the light, everyone. Okay. So thank you. Love you all. And I'll see you on the interwebs. Bye.